Alrighty. This is exciting. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited. Why are you here today? You are here to help us celebrate. This is a pre-launch party for the upcoming book called Healthy Living, Happy Thinking, Healthy. I'm going to say this one more time. Healthy Thinking, Happy Life, Master Your Mindset, and get SHIT done. I'm Denise Stiegel. For those of you who don't know me, I am the curator, CEO at Living Healthy List. I am an international best-selling author of the book that I kept mentioning before, Healthy Living, Happy Life. And I'm also, this is really exciting for me, I am the publisher of this up-and-coming book, Healthy Thinking, Happy Life. And I'm really, really thrilled about this book because this is a collaboration book that came together with the help of people that I know, love, and trust. And I'm so thrilled that they trusted me to share their stories and bring it out to the world. So what are we going to do here today? Here today, I want you to get to know some of our authors. We have a number of them on here today, and why we wrote this book. You'll meet the authors. 4 of them will actually either read an excerpt from their book or kind of summarize excerpts from their chapters. You'll hear some of our advanced praise that we got for the book, which is really exciting. And of course, to win some prizes. So let me tell you a little bit about the book. Healthy Thinking, Happy Life, Master Your Mindset, and Get Shit Done is a collaboration of experts in coaching, mindset, positive psychology, and so much more, all who use mindset to help others succeed. The book basically aims to provide you with simple strategies so you no longer have to search for the right thing for you. You'll find all of the answers here within the pages of the book so you can master your mind, reach your goals, and flourish in life. I'm just going to invite a couple more people, let them in. And so I'm really, really thrilled that you're here to share with us. So I'd like to have our authors basically pop in and say, tell you who they are, where they're from, and the name of their chapter, their title of their chapter, so you can kind of get a feel for the book and really what our mission is here. So I'm actually just going to go kind of round the room where I see experts. Matt Lucetti, I know you said you didn't want to go first, but you're on my left. So just tell people your name, where you're from, and the title of your chapter, please.
I can't unmute, unfortunately. No, just kidding. Hello, everyone. How are you? My name is Matthew Lucetti. I come from Long Island. I see some of my, Long Island friends on here. Some of my other friends from all over. It's really, really exciting to have everyone on here. Denise, your mom, and your sister, of course, I know for many, many years. So I grew up with Denise on Long Island. I am still on Long Island. I'm a chef. I do now do a little bit in health and wellness now. And, Denise asked me to collaborate on this book. I think I'm far from an expert on this topic, but when she asked me to be a part, again, just doing what I've been doing myself for myself, and I guess as I've learned for others, has really, helped me to believe and be in this space, so just excited to collaborate on this book with so many wonderful people, 14, 15 other people that you're going to get a glimpse of throughout the chapter. My chapter is called What You Think About, You Bring About. And I'll talk to you a little bit about that later when we go into that step. But thanks you for all coming, and see you soon.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, Dr. Kate Steiner.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Kate Steiner. I am a burnout recovery strategist from Wytheville, Virginia, or currently live in Wytheville, Virginia. I'm from Wyoming originally, and the title of my chapter is Embracing Burnout. So I don't believe that burnout is something that you can avoid. However, I do think that it's something you can embrace, you can prepare for, and you can recover from so that you can live that happy, healthy life.
Thank you so much. Miss Lauren Yellen-Weinberg.
Hi, everybody. So nice to see so many faces. We so appreciate the support. I am Lauren Weinberg. I live in Bluebell, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia. And my chapter is called If You Can't Control, Let It Roll. And you will hear more about that in a little bit. Thanks.
Awesome. David George Brooke, that gratitude guy.
Thank you, Denise. David George Brooke, that gratitude guy, Seattle, Washington. And my chapter is called 10 Ways That Gratitude Can Improve Your Life. As my name implies, that gratitude guy, that's all I speak about. And I explain to people how the many ways it can help you physically, mentally, emotionally by embracing an attitude of gratitude. So more later, but 10 ways that gratitude can improve your life.
Thanks, David. Nikki, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Denise. Hello, everybody. Super excited to be here. My chapter is Get Your Goals On with Calm. And Calm, you'll hear more about it in a little bit when I read you an excerpt, but it's a framework I created to help people with their mindset. And I call myself a personal trainer for your mind, and I'm a hypnotherapist, and I know what it takes to make those big pivots in life, going from actress to teacher to entrepreneur. So more from me later. Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. Suzanne Taylor King, STK.
Hello, everyone. Great to be here. Awesome event. I'm Suzanne Taylor King, and I am a life and business coach for entrepreneurs with a background in healthy thinking and positive psychology. So when Denise asked me to do this, I was totally honored. And my chapter is really about hope and about looking towards the future with that hope in mind. So cultivating that inner satisfaction and that self-accountability factor. Great to see all of you here tonight. Super excited. Thanks, Denise.
Thank you, Suzanne. Miss Luann Beekler, our little spark here.
You beat me to the punchline, Denise. Hi, everyone. So excited to be here. My name is Luann Beekler, and they do call me the little spark. And I am a business coach in Rochester, Minnesota. Well, that's where I live. That's how I met Denise. But I can coach anyone around the world. And so my chapter is 3 steps to creating anything you want in your life. It's about the power of intention, and I'll share more later.
Very good, thank you. And now we have Miss Diane McClay.
Hey, everybody. The 2 questions I throw out into the world are what if and why not? And so the first question to you is, what if you had a book that had 15 different perspectives on it on how to get from where you are to where you want to be in any way, shape, or form? Sounds pretty amazing, right? So I'm Diane McClay. I'm out in the Pacific Northwest, and I am a life empowerment coach, but consider me like your personal park ranger meets adventure sports enthusiast meets crossing the threshold. And that's what my book is about. The title is Crossing the Threshold: How Choice and Courage Shift Fear into Power. I have 3 different examples in my book of times in my life where I was stopped dead in my tracks by the paralysis of trying to make a decision while I was also experiencing fear and other negative emotions. So I invite you to grab this book when it comes out, because I feel like I'm like Dora the Explorer for you. I can actually believe in you 1,000 times over and get you where you want to be when you want to be there. And all you have to do is ask 2 questions: what if and why not?
I love it. So now, Diane, from now on, you are Dora the Explorer McClay.
I'll take it.
I love it. So we're going to get to this next stage of our little event here tonight. And we are going to hear from Lauren Yellen Weinberg. She's going to tell you a little bit about her chapter. So I will have you take it away, Lauren.
Great. Okay. So thanks, Denise. What I didn't actually say and share with everybody is that I am a women's empowerment and holistic well-being coach. I call myself the becoming coach because I recognize that we are all always in that process of becoming. And I help you become who you deserve to be and create the life you deserve to live. And I think that your mindset truly is maybe the initial building block in that. How you think about things, to me, is a choice. And in my chapter, I talk about if you can't control, let it roll. And I'm going to read my opening paragraph just to give you a sense of what the chapter is about. And then I am going to jump over and read you an excerpt from a little later on in the chapter. So if you can't control, let it roll. We waste a great deal of our precious time stewing over, worrying about, and focusing on things that are out of our control. While no amount of thinking about those things will change them, we allow those thoughts to affect our sleep, color our decisions, and interfere with our relationships. We do, however, have control over much of what makes our life happier and easier, including our mindset and all of our choices. Learn to focus on the things that are controllable and to let the rest simply bounce past like a stone rolling down a mountain. If you can't control, let it roll. You can't control the weather, but you can learn to dance in the rain. Life has ups and downs. For some of you, I affectionately call you my Eeyores from Winnie the Pooh. Even when things are going well, you have the habit of looking for what might go wrong. I get it, no judgment. This thought habit is your brain's way of trying to keep you safe and comfortable. You'd rather stick to the safe middle or even live with the struggle you know than have highs that might come crashing down unexpectedly. Some of you are more like Pooh. You gladly accept gifts without question and are grateful for the struggle of trying to scoop out that last little bit of honey from the honey pot, because you know the reward will be so sweet. You see challenges as opportunities, even if it's something truly hard. The idea behind developing a happiness-supporting mindset is to get in touch with your inner Pooh. When you learn to dance in the rain or make the most of even challenging situations, life simply becomes sweeter. Sometimes life has bits and pieces that are heartbreakingly sad, disappointing, frustrating, and just hard. When you develop a more positive thought habit, you experience those feelings, you just don't get stuck there. Every time we experience a challenge, we have a choice. Again, it may not feel like it, but there is always the choice to look at the lessons learned and move on, or stay mired in the negativity. During COVID, I spoke with many people who had lost jobs and even loved ones. Some of them were able to say that they would have stayed in their unenjoyable job forever just to have the security. Ultimately, they were grateful for the opportunity to find a career they loved. Some people who lost loved ones were able to see that grief is just the price we pay for love, as Queen Elizabeth II said about Prince Philip. They recognized that love was the greatest gift of all, and their grief brought that into sharp focus. There is always a silver lining if you allow yourself to see a situation as happening for you and not to you. We are all familiar with the iconic movie-based wedding scene where the bride and groom have their perfect outdoor wedding planned just to wake up to pouring rain on their big day. Inevitably, they always end up joyously dancing in the rain. This is your choice. Your mindset can help you create a happiness habit. When you master letting go of all that you cannot control, you will begin to feel more peaceful, like setting down a heavy burden you no longer choose to carry. You also create space to focus on what you can control. Most of the time, you have total control over the choices you make about how you take care of your health, with whom and how you spend your time and doing things that bring you joy. And much like a garden will bloom most beautifully in fertile, well-tended soil, Happiness thrives when you make choices that create the most conducive conditions. These include healthy habits that support how you show up for yourself and others, connections that are nourishing and filled with intentional kindness, time and energy that is well spent, mindset that is positive, grateful, and accepting of what is, work, whether paid or unpaid, that is meaningful. Know your joy and do whatever brings it as much as possible, and allow all your feelings, because without the lows, there are no highs. Notice that everything in this list falls into your circle of influence. Your mindset, however, is completely within your control, costs nothing to change, and does not involve the efforts of anyone else. Try these tips to start.
Love it. Thank you so much. Beautifully written and beautifully read. Thank you.
Thanks.
And,
And if they want the tips, they're going to have to get the book.
Going to have to get the book. And we will leave. If you have a question, we'll do Q&A towards the end. But if you do have a question, please pop it in the chat. Let's see. So I'm going to read a little bit of an advanced praise. Actually, I had Keela Parkinson was going to be here. She had something that came up. So I'm going to read what this first advanced praise. It says, Keela's content and healthy thinking, happy life is relevant and timely in helping me understand the needs of a similar parenting situation at the Montessori school where I'm the administrator. Keela's perspective is inviting and relatable, very down to earth. As I follow her newsletter called We Build Better Humans, and have been able to apply it to a variety of relationship dynamics in my life. The suggested resources are so useful in guiding me to take action on what I learned through Keela's writing in this book. And this is by Karen Marquell, who is the director of the Southwest Montessori School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So I'm going to do a prize now. I wasn't planning on reading that. I was going to have somebody else. So let me give me a second and I will get the spinning wheel. I hope I have everybody's name on here. If I miss you, I'm so sorry. Connect with me later and or shoot me a message in the chat, and hopefully I will be able to get your name on the spinning wheel. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. We're going to share. All right, here's our little spinny screen, everyone. See it? Okay, authors, you are not on the list. Sorry. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, spinning. Woo! Do. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Christy. Let's see, we got a couple. Oh, Minty. Woo! Yay! Awesome. So Mindy, but at the end, shoot me, stay on at the end, and I'll get your address, because you are going to get a copy of this book here. Whoops, hold on. Let me get it. This is I'm trying to get it. That Gratitude Guys, this is from David. That Gratitude Guys Daily Gratitude Journal. This is actually my journal, my personal one that I write in. So Mindy, you get a copy of this mailed to you at your home. So congratulations. Okay, we will stop share. Okay, again, if I missed anyone, I know it's hard to tell while it's spinning, but if I missed you, I really do apologize. I really tried to get everybody on there ahead of time. So let's see, what do we have next? Okay, so right now we're going to have Luann Beekler. She's going to tell you a little bit about her chapter, and then we'll have more prizes.
Thanks, Denise.
Welcome.
I want to start with the opening quote from my chapter. Again, the chapter title is 3 Steps to Creating Anything You Want, and it's all about the power of intention. The quote is, "The power of intention manifests as an expression of expanding creativity, kindness, love, and beauty," by Wayne Dyer. Now, if you're Wayne Dyer followers, you may have already heard that before, but I love that quote, and thank you for including it, Denise. In my chapter at the beginning, it's a perfect place for it. And much of what I have learned is because I am a passion test facilitator. certified by Janet Bray and Chris Atwood in the work of the Passion Test, which is a New York Times bestseller. And all of my coaching is based in the philosophies of the Passion Test. So I'm going to read the part of my chapter that says, let's review. So we're starting with the end in mind and reading the review at the end of the chapter. Step 1. Oh, I just lost my spot. I keep moving it too fast. Seems I'm nervous. Step 1. Intention. This is the first step in the process of consciously stating what you choose to create in your life by identifying your top 5 passions. Then each day, you set your intention by choosing in favor of these things. Step 2, attention. If you think about it, your life has become what you put your attention on. Really think about that. Give attention to that which you choose to create in your life, and it will begin to show up in your life. Step 3, no tension. The no tension part was the hardest part for me. You have to have faith. When you are open to what is appearing in this moment, you allow good works of the universe to flow through you. When you hold tightly to your concepts of how things should be, you shut off the flow of life, which in turn prevents you from enjoying the fulfillment of living your purpose. That is what the Passion Test is all about. By choosing to create an ideal life, we help to get clear about what that looks like for you so you can focus your attention on living your ideal life. So remember the formula: intention, attention, no tension. Have you been focusing on your ideal life or just paddling hard to stay afloat? How would it feel to know with crystal clear clarity what it is you are passionate about and to put your attention on it frequently, actually every day in every choice you make? This is how the Passion Test can transform your life. We have discussed what you put your attention on grows stronger in your life. Through the Passion Test, you can learn to see setbacks as opportunities, learn to see failures as lessons, learn to see that you've been spared when something you thought you wanted comes out differently than you expected. You'll come to know that the universe is created for your fulfillment. Everything in your life happens to enable you to experience the greatest possible joy and learn to surrender into what is appearing now. How would it feel if you could let go and not only be okay, but truly be joyful in what is happening in your life? Understand this, you see, the secret to living a passionate life is this: whenever you are faced with a choice, a decision, or an opportunity, consistently choose in favor of your passions. Understand this: if you're not choosing in favor of your passions, you're choosing in favor of your fear. Here's the problem. Most people want to live a passionate life, but fail to make the commitment and take the necessary steps to actually living one. Those people who believe they have discovered or know their passions often still fail to integrate them fully into their life. Make a commitment to yourself to take action in your life. Another quote: when you are connected to the power of intention, everywhere you go and everyone you meet is affected by you and the energy you radiate. As you become the power of intention, you'll see your dreams being fulfilled almost magically, and you'll see yourself creating huge ripples in the energy fields of others by your presence and nothing more. Again, Wayne Dyer. I hope you enjoy the book.
Thank you so much, Luann. And for someone I have taken the Passion Test, I don't know, 4 or 5 times with Luann. If you've never experienced it, it is amazing. It is life-changing. It really does help you to change that mindset. And this reading the chapter definitely is step 1, but also I would recommend connecting with all of the authors when you get a chance to. The book will come out pretty soon, fingers crossed by the end of the year. And because I think it's really amazing how all of these authors, one thing that you hear from them can totally change the whole direction of where you're going. Let's see, I have some advanced praise. Suzanne, are you prepared to read this one for me? STK, you there? It's in the chat.
Unmute is I had to happen. Okay, awesome. In Healthy Thinking, Happy Life, Luann Belkler and her fellow authors have many brilliant and powerful concepts for living a happy, healthy life. This is an easy read full of deep wisdom and practical strategies for shifting your mindset. Pick the ones that work for you and be happy. And that's from Marcy Shimoff, New York Times bestselling author. Awesome.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that. All right, we got another prize coming. And let me share my screen first. Sharing my screen. Here we go. We're going to go. And this is for, actually, before I spin, this is for Luann's book. It is titled I Hug. Luann, you want to just give us a quick, tell us a little bit about the book?
It's a great little read. It's short stories. It takes the concepts of why scientific proof of why the human hug is of value to our emotional and physical energy and health, and compares it to stories of experiences that I have wearing a little button that says I hug, and what I discovered about how much people in this world are missing out on hugs and need hugs. So read, enjoy, and share hugs in the world.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to spin. Let's spin away, spin away. Let's see who gets a copy of I Hug. And I'm a hugger too. Most of you that know me know that. All right, who do we got? We got Robin. Congratulations, you get a copy of I Hug. If you would we can connect afterwards, or you can put your address into the chat and I will have that. I'll write that down and we will get that out to you ASAP. Awesome. Congratulations. Okay, stop share. Let's see. Okie dokie. We are going to hear now from Nikki Gangemi, and she is going to tell us about her chapter on calm.
Thank you, Denise. Okay, so again, my chapter is Get Your Goals On with Calm, and I thought I would read the beginning of the chapter to you. So here we go. Calm is the portal to power, your empowered life. It's like the beat of calm and quiet when a music conductor raises their baton. The powerful music fills the theater after that beat when the players are signaled to begin. We also see this principle demonstrated in the moment of stillness when swimmers take their stance at the pool's edge. There's a beat of stillness and calm before they dive into the water. What follows that moment of calm are powerful strokes that propel the swimmers to the finish line. It's the same for your mind. You always have the choice to stop and drop into a state of calm. Taking those few minutes will help you quiet any chaos in your mind and move you into a state of clarity and confidence. Then you are in an optimal place to take aligned action toward your goals. I used to live in the chaos in my mind. The negative thoughts ran amok on a mental loop. I struggled with obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, from the time when I was a kid. And I can tell you that there was no power in living at the mercy of thoughts that didn't serve me. For most of my life, I allowed the thoughts of others to dominate my mind and influence me. I was one of many who were bullied, excluded, and rejected all throughout middle and high school. I allowed the disempowering words and taunting from my peers to take root in my mind, which formed the basis of many limiting beliefs. I grew up doubting myself and valuing the opinions of others over my own. I just didn't believe in myself. Our belief systems can hold us back from achieving certain goals. Maxwell Maltz says it best. Self-image defines what you can and cannot accomplish. Developing an adequate and realistic self-image can literally turn failure into success. So how do you upgrade your self-image? Well, it starts with changing your thoughts and beliefs and processing those negative emotions that you might have pushed down to deal with later. There are 3 key ingredients for achievement: awareness, willingness, and inspired action. You can't change what you're not aware of. You can't change what you're not willing to change. And you must take inspired action to get the desired results you're after. How do you start? The answer is simply changing the filters in your mind, which include your thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, limiting beliefs, and emotions. I'm going to show you how to change some of these filters using the CALM method, so you are better equipped to deal with challenging situations and circumstances you experience in life. CALM is the foundation. Much like building a new house, you must create a solid structure, and this 4-step framework will help you begin to change your thoughts and improve your life. Whether you want to make small changes or are ready to overhaul your life completely, you will find something in this chapter to support you. As you continue to use the CALM method, you will feel more in control, like you're in the driver's seat, rather than being a victim of circumstance. You'll also start seeing and attracting more opportunities and have more abundance in your life. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the chapter when you get the book and I take you through the 4 steps with specific examples that you could apply to your life. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Nikki. Yay, this is great. I love it. We're going to hear another advanced praise. We're going to have this one read by Diane McClay, Dora the Explorer McClay.
This praise is coming from Christine Barron. She's a transformational life coach and the author of Balancing the Stones of Life from Fort Worth, Texas. Also praising Leanne's chapter. I found this to be such an easy and enjoyable read and full of guidance and information that you can use in your daily life in every chapter. I really enjoy each chapter and the perspective that each authors bring into this book. Luann Beekler, her chapter, 3 Steps to Creating Anything You Want in Life. The way she talks about the formula is intention, attention, no tension, is something that a lot of people do not realize that they should be doing on a daily basis. And just changing those 3 things can be life-changing. The book as a whole is amazing and valuable to all who find happiness within our own selves. So thank you again to Christine Barron of Fort Worth, Texas, for supplying that to us. And if I could just add, one of the things that I love about hearing all these authors read their stories is there's this concept of choice that keeps moving in and out of everybody's stories. None of us coordinated this, right? One of the exciting things about this is we all wrote independently. And I feel like pieces of the stories that I've already heard from that I haven't read myself are not only fueling my life and my artistic talent, but they're really easy implementable reminders that you can just pick up and do today and not have a huge process or program or system to go through to figure it out.
Thank you for that, Diane. I really appreciate it. It's true. Everyone, wrote their chapter. We're all across the country. Couple of people from the East Coast. I got my New York, my Jersey, my Philly people. I have my West Coasters and a couple of people from the Midwest as well. So it really is quite amazing how we really did kind of weave an interesting story together with all of our information and education and the stories that we share. So thank you for that. Okay, it's time to spin again. Okay, I know I had a couple new people that just popped in. And again, if I'm missing you, don't worry, everybody. I'll get you all. Trust me. It'll all be good. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to share. Okay, we're going to spin again. Ready? 3, 2. 1. There we go. And this is for a copy of Nikki's book.
Hard.
Jean, Mom, you just won a book. I love it.
Yeah.
Yay, Mom.
You should have that address already, Denise.
I have both of them. I know where she lives, right? Mom, you don't have to add that in the chat. I know where to find you. Okay, so let me stop my share. And okay. So, drum roll, please. All right, Mr. Matthew Lucetti, who I have known since the 1st grade, and I really do have evidence of that because I don't have it with me, but I have it at home. I have a picture of our 1st grade class with Mrs. Tepper. So, yep, I've known Matt for a long time.
Wow. Yeah, very long time. And Mama Stag's on here, and my mom's popped on as well. She's here, so that's awesome. She was able to find her Zoom way in. Took a little bit of a challenge as all, but she is here with us. So
Hi, Ms. Lucetti.
again, thank you all for having me. Denise, we go back a long way as we continue to say, and many things change in life. And as we talked about the other day, we found our path back to each other. And I'm super excited that you asked me to join in on this book with you. So I'm going to read a little bit of part of it for you. So my chapter is chapter 15. And like I said, it was what you think about and bring about. So we can all become more than what we are. Let me put these glasses on and make sure I read these words right. I don't care how successful you are or if you're struggling with your finances, your health, your energy levels, your personal relationships, or something else.
Okay.
Hold on a second. So if you're not muted, if you could mute. Hold on, Matt. I'm going to mute everyone
good.
again. Sorry. And then unmute. Please start again.
All right, we're all good. All good. Those things happen. It's great. So I'm just going to start over again. We can all become more than we are. I don't care how successful you are or if you're struggling with finances, your health, your energy levels, your personal relationships, or something else. Everyone, including myself, can be just 1% better each day, and that 1% will add up. When you take small steps each day and seek out the people and resources that can help you, then you will look back years from now and may not even recognize your old self. You will marvel at the amazing person you are becoming. The reticular activating system and how you can use it to attract what you want. Thoughts become things, and it's because of something we all have within us as part of our central nervous system, the reticular activating system. It is a network of neurons located at the base of our brain. Its primary role is to control our states of sleep and waking, our flight or fight mechanism, our body's autonomic functions like breathing, but it also filters out information and stimuli that we just don't feel are important. On the contrary, out of all the information and data we receive every day, the RAS determines what we need to know. If the RAS doesn't think it's important, you won't even recognize it. The RAS determines what we focus on. The RAS is why you can pick out your name in a crowded room of people with multiple conversations going on. It is also why I respond to the word dad if I hear it from a teenage voice in a crowded store. And it's once that we start to focus on a goal, we discover the resources to achieve that goal all around us. I never believed in all this stuff until I tuned into it and saw it happening myself. I could share hundreds of examples, but I won't do that now. We'll save that for later. But even once you trained your RAS to recognize the good in your life, you still have to put in all the work. You have to wake up each morning, have those difficult conversations, take the steps. But when you set your intentions and focus, you will find the people and the opportunities that make it possible for you to achieve your goals. Please think about the conversations you have every day. Are you complaining or are you discussing growth? Are you talking about and focused on the future? Or you're stuck in the past and talking about all the reasons you can't create the life you want? If you surround yourself with positive people who are focused on their goals and their future, you will start to notice the good around you. And you will attract more of those things to your life. If you're reading this, and especially if you're a guy struggling with the same things that I do, I want you to understand it's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's important to stop, listen, and let people know they are being heard without fear of rejection or fear of what others think. It's also okay to make a change in your life, no matter how old you are or what stage of life you're in. I've gone through many phases in my life, and while I've had some really challenging moments, they have led me to become the person I am today. So personally, I choose to focus on the positive and attract more of that into my life. After all, what you think about, you bring about. So why wouldn't you want to bring about all the health, abundance, love, peace, and happiness into your life that you can? I hope you enjoy our chapter and all these chapters from these amazing writers. Sorry, I got a little heartfelt in there, but that's where it comes from for me. So anyway, thank you all for being part of this, and I hope you enjoy our book.
Thank you so much, Matt. Yay. So excited to have you part of this. This is truly, this book is, it's from my heart. I thank everyone. It's been amazing. So we have another advanced praise. Dr. Kate, if you would.
And this advanced praise is for Matthew Lucetti. So Matthew has written a very personal and moving book in this chapter. He digs deep into the monumental learnings that have grown out of some of his tragic life episodes. What is wonderful is that Matt was able to move through these life challenges and become so much more of a better person. His story is told through a sincere and authentic voice. He believes that each of us can become a better person, even if it's just 1% each day. His self-reflections are lessons for us all. His love for his family and friends are the product of the person he has become. It is a reminder that no matter the challenge we face in our lives, we too can become better people. And that was provided by Larry Ehrenstein, EDD, Superintendent, North Babylon, UFSD, New York.
Awesome. Awesome. I have one more advanced praise. David, if you can check your chat, if you wouldn't mind, my dear friend, David George Brooke, I just sent you a message. If you wouldn't mind reading that for us, that would be awesome. Sorry, I just put David on the spot, everyone.
So many us lie awake.
You're still awake, right?
No, I say it's the one that starts as so many of us lie awake.
Oh, hold on. I think so. Let me just double check. Yes.
I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So many of us lie awake at night, fretting over things that are out of our control, costing us sleep and peace of mind. Lauren Weinberg's chapter, If You Can't Control It, Let It Roll, in Healthy Thinking, Happy Life, gives us very concrete, easy, and logical steps to help us control those fears. Fears, of course, false evidence appearing real, and learn how to dance in the rain. Her 5 mindfulness tips for healthier thinking will definitely help you create a happiness habit that you can cultivate every day. I've known Lauren for several years and have always found her guidance extremely valuable. Now others will have a chance to benefit from her wisdom as well. And that was from Claire Brown Kohler, founder, We Power Leaders, LLC, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Thanks, David.
Mm-hmm.
So you've heard from some of our, I think from pretty much all of our authors that we have on today. So I'm going to open the floor to you, our audience. What questions might you have of our authors? And don't be shy. What I'll do, since there's 2 pages, if you would unmute and ask your question, that would be awesome. Question, comment, whatever you'd like to add. Okay, no pressure. There are only 35 of us on here, guys.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tracy. I'd like to ask all of the authors, what made you decide on your particular chapter as to what you were going to be writing about?
I can jump in and answer that real quick if you want.
Please.
For me, I was trying to figure out what I was going to write on. And I was in a new basketball arena that my brother-in-law built in Denver, Colorado. And this flock of young kids, 9-year-olds came in and they were all dribbling basketballs everywhere. And they were not paying attention. They were just walking everywhere. And this one kid was bouncing his ball and he literally walked through the threshold of this brand new arena. And suddenly he stopped dribbling and he picked his ball up and he held it to his chest and he looked up and he looked around and he went, whoa. And in that moment, I realized a dream not only was born, but that little kid didn't stop at the doorway because he was fearful. That little kid didn't stop and worry about what other people were thinking about him. That little kid just literally boldly walked through this literal brand new threshold, and he was excited. And I realized this facility was a place that not only was this dream born, but it was going to get nurtured. And then it made me think about where the times in my life where I have been stopped at the literal threshold. Threshold, the definition of it, is it something that we can endure, like a pain threshold, or something we can't endure, like a food intolerance? And I realized that little kid changed the definition of threshold for me. And I felt, literally, I felt muses sitting on my shoulder, whispering words in my ear, that I needed to write about the crossing of the threshold and how we can make choice the vehicle to shift fear into power.
Awesome. Let's open that to one more author.
I'll jump in.
Okay.
So my chapter starts with a story about where I came to the realization that I had become the worst version of myself, and really through my own experience with burnout. And I write and speak about what I do because I want to ensure that no other individual ever has to experience the worst version of themselves, that they have the tools they need to move through burnout into recovery so that they can have that happiest, healthy self every single day of their lives.
Awesome. Thank you,
Denise.
Kate. Yes. Luann.
Not quite as profound as Diane and Dr. Kate, but I wanted to add that what was important to me is that I give practical tips that people can easily apply. And I hear that thread through every one of the authors as they speak about their chapters, because implementation is the true transformation. That only when you take action and do these things in your life will you see the transformation take place. And so I'm really really push implementation. So many times in life I've gone to personal development things over the years and they're all awesome, and then I go home and I fall back into my old ways, right? And so being able to actually, so this is a book too that you can pick up and reread a single chapter to remind yourself of those practical tips and truly implement them in your life.
So I'm going to add a little bit here. So for those of you who popped on late and didn't hear Luann does something called the passion test. And 2 years ago, when I did the passion test with Luann, it was either number 1 or number 2 that popped on to my top 5 passions was to become an author. And I kid you not, within a year, this book, Healthy Living, Happy Life, this is my first book. This was the first one that I did that became a international bestseller in June, came true. And the reason it came true, as Luann was saying, talk about implementation, what you focus on, you can really create and change. And again, that thread that comes through our new book, Healthy Thinking, it really, that's the thread, implementation. We can do a lot of reading. We can go to a lot of self-help programs, and we get all excited. How many times have you gone to a program and you get all riled up and all the music and the pomp and circumstance, and you go home, you're like, great. And then Monday comes and you're like, oh yeah, I got to go to work now. So that is, that's my little piece. Let's have another question. And I do have 2 more prizes.
I don't really have a question, but I did want to say hello to you all. I'm supporting my friend Nikki here. a local person, though we have yet to meet in real life. But yeah, just wanted to come and support as they launch the book. And I'm not much of a reader myself, but I do read sometimes. So, but yeah, just here to support, and I always like sharing myself here in person and virtually. So
Thank you so much, Brian. It's really, really great. Thank you for being here, for supporting Nikki and our book. And at some point, we will have it on audiobook. So I know, Matt, that's one of the ways that Matt delves into books is through audiobook. More than likely, that book will not be me on the audio, but who knows? Maybe it might be one of the authors instead. Ooh, I'll leave that out there to the universe. Let's see. Anybody else before I do another prize?
Denise, just one comment to Brian. Brian, you only need to read one chapter at a time. They're short, they're fabulous, and any one of them is going to give you a gift. And there's a question in the chat. When can I get this book?
I'll answer that. Lene, I do see you. You're my next person. Okay, so the book, we love everything after COVID, everything takes a little bit longer than you expect. The manuscript is finalized. It's with our formatters. We have the cover, as you can see, this is obviously the cover of our book. We have everything done and in the hands of the publisher. So the goal really is to have this on Amazon. I was hoping by Christmas. We still have a few more days to have it on Amazon. If it doesn't make it till on Christmas, it should be on Amazon by the end of the year. And I'll talk a little bit about that. A favor that I'll ask of you right before we leave. So the goal's always been around Christmas. You know, the December holidays, you know, are kind of important. But if not by then, obviously by the beginning of the year, we'll have it. And I have all of your information here. If you'd like, you can, you know, for those of you who popped on and didn't sign up with your email, shoot your email in here. I'll make sure that you get advanced information as soon as it is available. Trust me, I will be checking every single day. So thank you for that. Lene, you have a question?
I actually have kind of a comment. I am not a book reader. I have books that I have bought that I have never read. So I'm just excited that they are little shorter chapters that I could actually get through and read. So I am planning to have this be my first book that I have read in years. So thank you very much. I actually connected with everything that everyone was talking about in some sort of way. So I'm super excited to get it.
Awesome, really exciting. I have, let's see, Dee, you have your hand up. Director of Distinction. Ooh, I like that.
Thank you. I've noticed recently that I am not like I'm letting things affect my state of mind, and I'm usually really good at keeping that out. And so if anyone has a quick tip reminder of how to get back to a positive state, I would appreciate that. Just as a reminder right now, it's like, this is not who I am. I don't roll this way. So, and I'm here supporting Nikki. So Nikki probably has a great response to
Thank
that.
you, Nikki, all of you.
Okay, yes, thank you so much for that question, Dee. The quickest thing that you can do is to go to your breathing. And I love to do a 7-11 breathing, where you breathe in for a count of 7, and then you exhale for a count of 11. And when on that longer exhale, you engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms you down. And the second quick thing you could do is move your body, you know, physically, change the physicality of your body. And that will also help you to instantly make a change in how you feel.
Beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll do both.
Awesome. Awesome. Miss Lauren, you have something to add.
Yeah, I do. And the gratitude guy I know will back me up on this, but you know, staying in the moment and just looking around you, just thinking what you can be grateful for in this moment. That will help. to, as I like to say, to put your positive pants on faster than anything else, is really just welcoming that gratitude into that moment. And yes, dance, put that music on and like dance like nobody, like dance like everybody's watching.
All right, everybody, dance party. Woo, woo, woo.
I'm a dancer. That'll work always. Thank you.
Always.
Okay, Miss Suzanne.
I have a question for you, Denise.
Oh. Okay.
So putting this together, being an entrepreneur for as long as I have, I know this was not an easy task for you. And I want to just say, well, one, my question is, what inspired you the most about this process and, doing a collaborative thing with all of these brilliant minds?
Okay, so actually, I wrote a chapter for a collaboration book with one of our Living Healthy List experts, Keela Parkinson. She and I did that 2 years ago. And while going through that process, I wrote a chapter and I handed it in. But the conversation that I had with Eric, who is our editor, he actually got me excited about taking the manuscript that I had written for this book, or my book. It's not showing. I had actually written it 2 years before I published it. And so going through the process, working with a collaboration really energized me to take my book and bring it to the world. And with both of those experiences, I realized really enjoy writing. I love reading. I've always wanted to be an author. It's kind of one of my things. But going through both processes, I realized that I know so many people who have stories to share with the world that can help others. And I wanted to be the conduit to bring those stories to the world. And, I believe this is the first of many when it comes to health and wellness books. And I'm really excited that the people who joined me for this book, Healthy Thinking, did, because, you lifted me up and showed me that I really could do this. And so without your help, this would not be. So I thank all of you.
Well, we thank you, my friend.
Thank you. So, okay, so I'm blushing. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel again. And this one is for, I think I'm going to get, this will be for Healthy Living, Happy Life. This will be for my original book. Whoops, where's the share screen? Da, da, da. And then we'll have another one, maybe another one. All right, bum, bum, bum. Lisa, I hope we only have one Lisa. If we have two Lisas, let me know, because then you'll both get one. Okay, let's spin again. And Diane McClay, if you would pop on real quick and tell us a little bit about your book that you have that you're going to share.
So my book is called Dreaming Big, Being Bold. It's the 4th volume, and it's 25 stories by visionaries, trailblazers, and change makers. And basically, it kind of speaks to that fear concept, but every person's story, it's an anthology, just like this one. It's a collaboration, so it's not a through and through read. Literally, you can randomly pick up a chapter and read it, and then it's laid out so that there are 3 or 4 ahas at the end of each chapter. But for me, it's a piece of inspiration because there's some pretty amazing, powerful personal stories in there about people who have made choices to shift out of negative situations, bad thinking. I don't want to say bad thinking, but things that were holding them back. I have read the book probably 3 times, not all the way through, but every single time I read it, there is something that jumps out at me that reminds me that there's something different I could be doing in my life to be bigger and bolder and to dream big.
Awesome. Okay, who's going to win? All righty, spinning, spinning, spinning. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Linnea, now you're going to have to read 2 books. But the good thing is both of these books are are similar in that, you know, each chapter, you can pick it up and just read a chapter, like Diane said.
They're also great. Once you read a compilation like this, if you feel like you're done with it, these types of compilations and collaborations are really good to leave in a doctor's office or, you know, leave in a shopping cart somewhere. Like you can pass it on to a random stranger and feel good that they're going to randomly pick up a chapter and have it impact their life as well. Not that I've ever done that, but it's an idea.
I like it. That's a great idea. All right. So I'm going to spin the wheel one more time. And this is for a free copy of Healthy Thinking, Happy Life. As soon as it comes out, this hard copy or paperback copy will be sent to, let's see who this one's going to go to. Michelle W. Okay. Now, for those of you who just won books, make sure you put your information in the chat, because then I'll print that out and then I'll have all of your addresses so I can send them. Okay, so we're running a 2 minutes late, so I'm going to thank everyone. I'm going to find my notes again. I got so excited about spinning. Before we go, I would like to quickly propose a toast. I have a glass of water here. So if anybody has anything to drink, toast. Matt's got ketones. To all of the authors of Healthy Thinking, Happy Life, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for trusting in me to bring it to the world. And for those of you who are with us today, I thank you for your support of each of us. Cheers, everyone. Okay, last bit, and then this party will be kind of over for now because we may do another one, who knows? Like I mentioned, the book is out with our publisher, so we're waiting, fingers crossed that it'll be here soon. And when it is, I'm going to make sure everybody gets notified. One thing that we ask of you when you do see that is to, this is going to be crazy, buy the $1 Kindle version, read through a couple of chapters, skim through if you'd like, and then please leave us a testimonial on Amazon. This is how we are going to make this book a bestseller and get it out to the world and get noticed. So thank you, everyone. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Thank you again. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Renata, for being here. Thank you, everyone. Good to see you, my friend. This was so fun. Thank you. Thank you, Dawn, for being here. Appreciate your support in this too. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Ms. Lucetti, for being here.
So glad to see the two of you back together again.
I know, it's fun, right? Who knew? Who knew that after all these years?
Hey, better late than never.
This is true. Now it's fun, and I know I'll be in New York in the spring, so we'll have dinner in New York.
Well, maybe I'll decide to move to go out there at that time. Keep me in mind, Matt.
I'd love that.
Thanks, Denise. Great job.
Thanks, Luann.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. This
What
was
a
great.
wonderful job. Really phenomenal.
This one was awesome.
Thank you.
Denise.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Love you guys.
Catch up.
Okay. All righty. I don't want it to end. Bye, David. Bye, Marla. Bye, Ms. Lucetti. Take care. Merry Christmas.